We're live. Start that YouTube timer. The grounds need to get more respect for how many times it gets shot. I don't so much think the ground cares. Because by the time it's the ground and it's gotten shot, it's already been through like worm's digestive system. I feel like that'd be far more horrendous. Oh, that reminds me. YouTube has gone on like a weird spree for me recently. For some reason, YouTube keeps putting in like my recommended / have you seen these type videos. YouTube keeps putting in this Russian lady with her owl. Reason why I'm bringing this up as the idea that it's weird is the video's titles are in English, but everything the lady says is in pure like Russian or something. And all the comments are basically in Cyrillic. Like I have no clue what's going on at all in any of these videos other than for some reason the titles are in English. And YouTube just keeps listing these videos as like, you should watch this. You should watch this random Russian lady with an owl. Don't get me wrong. She's not being mean to an owl. I think it's her pet. There appear to be different owls in like different ones of these videos. But like every now and then because like I'll occasionally watch animal videos and it'll show these things in English. So I'm like, oh, click. And then it's some lady like, I don't know why that's what I went to for Russian. Apparently Russian's like half backwards nonsense gibberish. But it keeps slipping in this weird Russian lady now. And it's like, well, I mean, this doesn't help me. I do not know what she is saying. Please tell me what she is saying. Maybe the owl is the reason. Perhaps it is the owl. So every now and then YouTube goes bonkers on me. I think YouTube goes through phases. Because YouTube says it does videos off of like what it's recommending because of things you've watched and or done. But I'm telling you, YouTube has like different servers that store different information. And like different ones just take priority every now and then for no reason, for no explained reason. So every now and then YouTube goes crazy and just starts feeding me animal videos. Like maybe perhaps I'll see something related to one and I'll click like one and YouTube will go, oh, I remember when I showed you videos 2 years ago. So now 90% of your videos have to be animal videos. So it's like, oh, okay, fantastic, great. Because one point back, I had gotten a little field mouse in my apartment. I had left the door open, I think going into fall a couple years ago. I had left the door open and a field mouse had come in. And I tried to like coax the thing whenever I'd see it running around the room. I'd try to leave the door open and coax it to running back outside and it refused. And I ran out of patience. So I was like, all right, fine. So I went on YouTube basically seeing people's reviews for like what is like a good mouse trap, good, keep it alive, kill it, different mouse traps, what's effective, so on and so forth. And then that like started this weird fucking thing where like, because I watched a few of them for like 2 weeks, it was like, do you want to see how brutally we can kill this mouse? And I was like, no, I just wanted to see about capturing one. Why is there now a video about some dude taking a freaking fluorescent lights fucking ballast system, hooking it up with a live wire and a fucking rat's brain getting cooked till it's red hot? Like it was just showing weird fucking videos. I was like, what is this? So I purposely avoid videos for like ever to get to stop showing like videos and show more like news and or gaming news, things like that. And then like a year later, randomly out of nowhere, all of a sudden it was like, hey, remember that time last year when you had a rat issue? Do you want to see more animals? Look at this video of this random freaking woodpecker. Like 5 videos in a row of woodpeckers just invading nests and beating the brains into little birds and eating them. Why are you showing me this? The reason why I bring it up like so many in a row is because sometimes I'll have, like when I'm rendering, I'll have 2 screens, right? Like I'll be doing the editing of the video on this, but over on this monitor, it's just playing like related videos, like a background noise where I'm not listening to my audio. Or like when I'm walking around doing things, like it's just background noise. I'm not paying attention to it. But when I come back, I'll hear a noise. I'm like, what the hell is it playing? And they'll be like, oh, we just played like 7 7 videos of freaking the cutest cat meows the world has ever seen. Why? The last thing I had it on was like background video game music. Why are you now playing cat noises? And it's like, oh God, I just let YouTube play 7 videos straight of cat meows. And sure enough, for like the next 3 weeks, it's nothing but animals. I don't know what triggered it this time, but now it keeps giving me animal videos again, except for the primary video that keeps getting brought up as related is this Russian lady. This Russian lady with her owl. I don't know why. Nothing to do with anything I'm doing. I have no clue why there's a Russian lady with her owl, but that's what YouTube has now decided is my medicine that I need to consume in the next period of time. And it's kind of annoying. It is kind of slightly annoying because I don't know why. I wish I had the ability to be like, please remove whatever it is, not Spotify, but the other one. There's not the Spotify music system, but there's one that's like Spotify where it's like, oh, we do genetic things. Where it's like, we have assigned genetic attributes to all the music. So wherever you like, we'll play random music that's like the music that you like, though not necessarily from the same band. You know, it's just whatever's thematically the same. Okay, cool, whatever. And what you could do is, though, is if you liked a movie, it would take anything related to that song and use its genetics to fuel more music. But you could also, at least at some point, go back and start trimming things out of the list. Like, it plays something like, I don't like that. So anything that was related to that, it would trim out. And I forgot what it is. I wish I could do that with YouTube. I need a way to, like, trim out the false positives from YouTube. That way I stop getting fucking some Russian lady. Oh, and if it's not the Russian lady, it's some dude with a snake. There's this dude with king cobras, and the only reason why I remember him is because there's been at least 3 of his videos that I've caught being played. And in the background, I've now keyed in that it's him talking because he's always talking about the king cobras and how king cobras or king pythons, whatever the fuck it is he has, can growl. He's always talking about how the snakes have a special vocal cord, and the vocal cord allows the snake to growl. He brings this up every fucking time. So that's how I know it's him. I recognize that that the thing's gone off the deep end, but all of a sudden I hear some dude talking about snakes growling. I'm like, oh God, we're back on that dude again. Caps lock is on. I need JMQ, hatch, cover, rock, 3. I just need 3 hatch covers. More migrants. By the way, we should probably trade with these people. Perhaps. If we have anything to trade, I don't think we do. Like at all. I made anything for you? Made a bunch of thread, but I don't think I'm gonna get much trade away thread. Quivers, tools. Trade you a wheelbarrow, a step ladder, just so I can get rid of these things. Why did I make iron pots? I don't remember doing that, but I guess I did. Are there empty barrels? I would love to get rid of empty barrels if I could. Pot. No, I don't see barrels. All right. Crafts. We'll get the crafts. There we go. We'll bring the crafts up. We'll see if we can't trade for some yarn thread or whatever, so we don't have another guy die again. Oh, where have I been putting the dead bodies?
Pest. There we go. The forgotten beast A2 has come. A great scaly bee. It has a fat, bulging trunk, and it appears to be emaciated. How is it a fat... And it appears to be emaciated. Its raw umber scales are small and set far apart. Beware its poisonous sting.
So we have like a front heavy bee. Like, how is it emaciated but it has a fat bulging trunk? Also, where is it and do I care? How do I know about this bee? Is this off of something that I think I've secured? Yes. I think I am 100% secured. I don't think that bee can get to me. We'll figure it out when I start dying. We'll follow his flight through the caves. All right, I don't think he can get to me. Otherwise, he would have path found to me already. Gotcha. And now it's just showing me ads for AIDS medication. Clearly, one thing leads to another. And if you listen to Gotcha, you must have the AIDS. This is a known fact. You can't deny it. How many of our things have we brought over? Should just be Q, right? Oh, I'm up a floor. That's why. And a bunch of them still aren't here. We have to wait. All right. Fine. Fantastic. We'll wait. Gotcha. Yeah, no, maybe perhaps like not necessarily later because it's so zoomed out. I don't need a great fantastic camera up there. And that is still slightly too big. Yeah, whatever. I'd have to size it correctly. And now it just definitely isn't. Stop being weird. How's that? There you go. Yeah. I get like a weird camera switching system. That way, like if I leave to get a drink or something like that, I could switch it to like the action cam or something. I don't know. You guys know me. I come up with like weird, goofy ways I like upgrading the stream that probably aren't even all sensible choices. Tire out of bottles of Coke? Like they melt it down or they glue bottles of Coke together? How does that even work? Actually, you know what? Don't tell me. Because if you tell me, YouTube will know. And it'll start sending me the videos. And I will be infected with nonsense. Alright, that got trimmed, at least. Build construction wall. So our thought is 1, 2, 2, 1. Two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. So this is like what I was talking about earlier. So how does this not match? 1, 2. That'd mean 2, 2, 1. So that should be there. I would end up with too many things. How does this not correlate with that well? So I don't understand. So that 1 is in the wrong place. If this is 2, right, then really it's 3. And it goes 2, 3 over 1, and that's the 1, which I think is where the initial tip was. But then we end up with a gap that's wrong. Which means this should have been done when the gap was a 1. When that is, if that's, so we go 2, if we make that bigger, or make it smaller, and we go 2, 2, 1, I think it works. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to make up bullshit triangles real quick. Build construction wall. If I created the break when it was supposed to naturally be a 1. Stop it. Not what I wanted. Build construction wall. Now there would have been 1 there. So that would have been a 1. And then would have been a 2 down here. That would have the natural 3. Which means there is a correct spacing of where the triangle was. And I did this exactly when I shouldn't have. The gap for the triangle should have either been up there or down here. But not there. That was the one gap it couldn't have been in. And that's where I try to design the gap to this. So if I treat this as the new bottom of the triangle, and that's the gap, and that's a 2, I think I can resize everything correctly. And it looks like I don't even have to change the outer area. I just have to bring the bottom down this triangle gets a little smaller on top and a little bigger on the bottom. But everything can be fixed and still works. So I will build that there, rock salt wall. That's the 3 gap. This is my 2. So wait, 2, 2, 1, 2. And what was that up here? See, and then this goes 1, 2. That's kind of part of the problem, is that one ended up being a bit off. 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2. How many rocks like bolts I got? 2, 1, 2. And if I drag this buddy down, what didn't get channeled over here and why? All right, so I'll need to dig out the bottom a little longer, which is a problem because I can't. Or I can, but I'll have to just make it work somehow. Either that or go the exact opposite and I shrink the upper area, but I think I've used the bottom wall too much. I have. I've used the bottom wall way too much. That triangle, those triangles are gonna have to get resized. It can be resized, but that's not an issue. It's just trying to make this work. Gotcha. I like how my YouTube give me a... They tape them to a rim. What? They tape them... Actually, that's wrong. We're not in Space Fox. I don't think. We're in Phoebus. We're in Phoebus because right now the only thing that works with this super alpha was Phoebus. So that lied to you, Marmalade Thighs. I apologize. Space Fox is what I normally use, but Kleinodev made an alpha patch for the alpha Lazy Newb Pack, or an alpha patch for the alpha text will be text for the alpha Lazy Newb Pack on the new Dwarf Fortress, or like 3 alphaception, to make text will be text work so I can zoom in without the words moving. And I believe that that meant that this was off of Phoebus or Phobos, not Space Fox. So I need to change that in the chat. What is that? Is that a command? Command LMP multi-mod. Not using a mod right now. Multi-giveaway. Start year by welcome Lazy Newb Pack social. What is it that says fucking... If you are typing in texture pack, right? Oh, Nightbot's one saying it, not my bot. That's the old bot. Phoebus. The Phoebus. All hail the mighty Phobos. It's not Space Fox, though. That's what it's supposed to have said. And then at some point, Lazy Newb Pack will update and we'll be able to use whatever texture pack we want. Though I'm always suspicious that changing the texture pack will cause the game to crash. So we'll be sticking with Phoebus. Phoebus, Phobos, Philomnus, Philanthropical Phobos. We'll be sticking with that for this. Why is there a dead body in here? It's a skeleton. All right, new question. Why is Craft Dwarf not doing anything with these? Bone. Fuck it, make bone crafts. I don't care. By the way, have you gotten all my gear yet? I'm starting to show idlers. We good on the trading? No, we still have a ton pending. Fantastic. Not dependent upon that at all. Why do we have so many cats and dogs? Didn't I order them to get butchered? It's not even on. How are you not even on? I thought you were on already. I'll have to wait for it to figure out what's going on. So what's the aim for this fort? Gingy Ginger, the aim for this fort is to be a gigantic Triforce. And or just to prove that I can be in the latest version, I can be in the latest Lazy Newb Pack. The problem is we already had a Triforce base, but that was in a slightly older version of Dwarf Fortress, wasn't a new one. And also I killed my vampire. and we had an aquifer. So because we had a working ability to do something with the new Lazy Newb Pack, I created a new base. We scoped out what is essentially a steel area. Unfortunately, there's not gold here. So we either have to trade for gold or we'll have to we'll have to change the colors of what steel and shit looks like. We're going to try to do this as a proper three-dimensional Triforce again, which should be a lot easier to do this time. I'm just going to have to request a trader here, which, by the way, is Gingy Ginger, because everyone else is taking their sweet damn time. Like, we didn't get most of the items here, which I am slightly salty about. Wasn't asking for much, dudes. Wasn't asking for much. Between that and doing things in the bottom, those are two main aims. We have already gone to the lava layer. We have already revealed, I think, the sweet, sweet candy floss. We just haven't made use of it. So we do have a steel foundry down here. I'm just trying to get a core building built. And then also maybe perhaps setting up a pump to get this magma down here all the way up to drizzle on top of our triangular base goodness. And or fill the moat around the base with it. So on and so forth. Normal dwarvy things. Normal things that anyone and everyone just does when they have a day or two laying around with which to do stupid nonsense. Building a steel-based Triforce base that uses mathematically correct equilateral triangles so that we can squish the enemy. Orthoclase. I don't think I do. Unfortunately. Wasn't the thing I was looking for. Hold on. We'll do a check. Reveal. Prospect. And we didn't get that trade-off. Fantastic. Orthoclase, I don't think exists on this map. We have Cobaltite, Rudel, Bituminous Coal. We do have gems. So I might have to try to do things out of like yellow zircon and shit like that, but I don't think there's going to be enough, anywhere near enough. Magnetite and adamantine. There's not much. Layer materials. We have marble and granite. Yeah. We have like a whole bunch of gray. That is what we have. Oh, and then also for some reason our river is dead. There's just no fish in the river. The sizable river, I see frogs in there, but the fish they don't flop. The fish do not do the floppings. So that's a slight pain in our ass. Oh, and we are experimenting with the guild system. So essentially, this is just an exploratory base. This is exploratory base in the alpha of the new version of Dwarf Fortress while they settle out some of the bug fix patches to see what the new systems are like. We like them. There you go. Pat on the back. Good job, everyone. Good job. And also, we're enjoying not having werewolves because I definitely weighed in on how much I love werewolves in this game. So I have set the settings mostly to not have freaking werewolves. Because we have a history and werewolves piss me off. Yes, they do. Hold on, those are walls. Build construction floor. What I can do is order it all together and then cancel the ones that are on top of a wall. Or the game could just, not let me. Ta-da. Remove these two things. Work with me, game. So if you're unaware of what I'm doing an inverted bell curve where they have to go up 2 Z levels to go over to come down a Z level to exit the base. What this means is if I put 3 hatch covers, which never got built, supposedly. Why did no one build a hatch cover? This was your... Oh, he's building it now. Fantastic. Good job. It will be impenetrable to invasion. What's up? Unbreakable hatch covers only works on ramps. No. Unbreakable hatch covers works if they can't pathfind to the other side of it. As long as they can't pathfind into the base through another way, the hatch covers work. We did this in like our last 2 or 3 bases and they were fine. I think ramps have an easier time with it just because of them borking out and not knowing how to get rid of them. But if the enemy can pathfind to the backside of a hatch cover, they can destroy it from below. But if an enemy cannot pathfind correctly to the back, it's like the triangle thing. If they could stand somewhere to build, if they can stand somewhere to build a wall, they don't necessarily need to. They can build it diagonally. However, if when they pathfind, they can only find a diagonal path to build something in, they will say they can't build it. There's like a weird half step that involves whether or not people can pathfind to things. Because if you recall, the last time we did this, we had 1 hatch cover and 3 artifact doors is how we did the defenses. So admittedly, the big heavy load of that was the 3 artifact doors. We don't have any of those this time because we have a bunch of farmers. We're going to go slowly crazy and be leather workers. It's weird that the Farmers Guild does leather working and not the Tanners Guild or something like that. All right. Downstairs count as a place to stand. Yeah. Was that new? I don't understand what you're saying. Why wouldn't they count as a place to stand? I feel like there's a weird issue of communication here. Ramps don't. For what? I still don't quite understand what you're saying. That's why it works. No, you can't destroy floor grades from below either. You have to be on the right Z level. I'm talking about like locking it. Like if there's an invasion, locking the doors. What are you? I think we're talking about 2 different glitches for pathfinding to destroy. No, if they can pathfind to like 2, because you can't destroy from on it. Hold on. So I think we're talking about maybe 2 different things here. All right. So this is top Z level. This is bottom Z level. You can't destroy something on a Z level above you. You don't. You only access a cave troll breaker from below if there's stairs. One, I look at cave trolls, but if there is a way to go around, come up and access it, even though they're not there, anyone can destroy it from below, stairs or otherwise. I think you're saying that it's stronger if you use a ramp. Is that what you're saying? Because I'm just talking about the fact that you can't destroy something from below. The pathfinding that I am talking about is if there's, you could have like a 90,000 long path to get to the other side of it. Does it like, as long as there is a way to stand behind it, they could destroy it. But I think we're talking about 2 different things here. Perhaps. Now you're making me wonder myself. We did this before and it worked fine. Oh yeah, this has to be correct. Because remember, 5 bases ago, or 4 bases ago, we had the path above the river when we were getting invaded by all the trolls. We got invaded by all the trolls, and remember, we would get invaded, and I would just hit lock on the above the river bridge on the 1 trap door, and it worked. Now, I don't know if you're saying there's something different about a cave troll, but we got invaded by goblins and trolls, and the floor hatch system worked the entire time. And I don't see why a cave troll would be any different. Trying to remember what the goal of that base was. But we have used this particular setup, not necessarily a U-bend, but we've used some variant of putting a hatch cover on top of stairs to keep us safe for like ever. Because normally, what I'm talking about is normally when I do that to cross a bridge, we have like floor water, floor. And what I'll do is I'll have a wall, I'll have an upstairs, and a bridge across with like walls and a ceiling and everything. And I'll just lock off these 2 hatches and it stopped them from getting into the bridge. So it made it really hard and they had to try to cross the water. Because we had that one. That one was the one where we had the gigantic flooding cistern for our Western murder hospital. And the trolls ended up getting sucked into the cistern. And they spent all day just floating around in it, not drowning or anything. It was really weird. Eventually they drowned, but it took a really long time because they would go deep and then they'd pop back up again. Now, maybe this is stronger with a ramp. I've not heard of the ramp being specific. That's the thing. I think we're talking about 2 different things. Similar glitch 2 different ways. Hatch, cover, defense, Dwarf Fortress. Door falling downstairs will be stopped by a closed floor hatch and constructed from masons, building destroyers. Certain conditions. So from the building destroyer wiki page, this is what I'm basing my information off of. I don't know if we're talking about 2 different things here. This, maybe, yeah, they might be different in the new version. Maybe this is some like new thing. But this is, from what I understand, what I'm building my information on, which is building destroyers cannot destroy buildings unless they can path to the building on the building Z level. This means that building destroyers cannot, for instance, a forbidden hatch above them. Note that a non-forbidden, i.e. passable hatches are vulnerable because they could just walk through it, and thus, even if they don't, they could pathfind through it and thus destroy it from behind. Or a magma forge from magma underneath it, unless a clear alternate path to the building exists. Building destroyers can destroy buildings from the Z level below while standing on a ramp or stairs that lead up to the buildings. Can destroy from the Z level while standing on a ramp or stairs that lead up to the building Z level. Building destroyers can destroy buildings from the Z level below. But that's if they can pathfind. Because like I said, we've used this before. So I see what you're saying. They can destroy buildings while standing on a ramp or stairs that lead to that building Z level. But that works on ramps too, in that case. Maybe that's what they're talking about. This has worked for us forever. Cannot destroy closed floodgates or locked doors from a ramp leading up to level unless there is an open path on the same level. This is tested with trolls and entranceway blocked with both lever control floodgates, ramps left to floodgates and the door. So that's floodgates. When both... Oh! Wait, hold on. That's a side thing anyways. When the door was unlocked, a troll began to destroy it. When the door was locked again, the troll went away. When the floodgates were open, a troll consider following diagrams as viewed from the side. Cannot pass through the cyan door while it is forbidden, but the instant the door becomes unforbidden, the door will destroy the door from the hatch in which it stands. It could do that. Cannot be destroyed while it's forbidden. When it's unforbidden, the building destroyer will destroy it. So in the second one, the second example, the hatch destroyer is more resilient than the door because it's above it. But that's only when it's forbidden. And the building destroyer will stand on the ramp and destroy the door or any other furniture regardless of whether the door is forbidden. Building destroyer will be unable to pass the door if it's forbidden. Should it become unforbidden, door will ignore the door and possibly pass the door. Will be unable to pass the door if it's forbidden. I'm not, yeah, a lot of what I think you're referencing is how doors work. I'm not using a door. The one time it does a thing off of a hatch cover, as long as it's forbidden, it's good. The door position is because there's a door on the tile by the ramp, which means it can't be on that Z level because the ramp doesn't count as being up there, so it can't destroy the door. And then in the very last example, it points out how it can destroy the door from the back because there's an alternate path there. Though I do grant you, there is a line that says, building destroyers can destroy buildings from the Z level below while standing on a ramp or stairs that leads up to the building Z level. But I think that still requires it to have the pathing, which my way of building prevents the secondary way to path around. I think we're kind of talking about the same thing, but 2 different weaknesses. My idea is, or from what I understand from what you are saying is, it is possible for a building destroyer to destroy this from down here while this is forbidden. But from what I am saying and understand it and how it's worked is Thought it only worked on ramps. While this is forbidden, they cannot destroy it. Unless, right now they could, because there is a pathway through here. So even though they're not going that way, because it could pathfind here, up to here, up to here, it would have a green check mark saying it could stand there, so it can destroy it from here, because it could be there. As long as I make sure there's no back way to that door, it is impenetrable from below. But if there is one, even one, no matter how long it is, it's like the this system. Basically, hold on, Control F1, GUI pathable, and then lock. Basically, if someone is here, they can only destroy that if it's green. That is green right now because one, they're not locked, and two, because he could go all the way down this backside. So if I block that off and that, GUI pathable would say this is not pathable. It would be a false. He couldn't destroy it. Because that's all it checks is, am I 2 squares away or whatever? Yes. Could I be... Is there a pathable on its Z level? Is it pathable to that location? Because pathable doesn't work too well across Z levels. Yes. Those are the only 2 things it's checking. Not am I currently on its Z level. Just is it pathable to its Z level. Ramps do work if next to the ramp I have a door, because the door is technically not pathable. If you go up a ramp, have a door, and go down a ramp, which would be a lot skinnier than what I'm doing here, then there is no square on that on the door Z level, ergo the door is not pathable, so it could not destroy it. That is how ramps would work, which admittedly I was not aware of. So I'll give you that one. I was not aware of the door next to 2 ramp situation. Though reasonably saying out how the physics works, I should have been aware. Like, I should have known. In which case, if I were to do what I just did here with a ramp, it would have been a ramp up, a wall, a ramp down, a very narrow hallway, and up above it would have been like a 1x3 thing here, or down 1. Everything would have been down 1. It would have been a 1x3 thing with the door by itself. And then that would have worked as well, because it is impossible for someone to be standing on the tile of the doorway's path. I made these not pet passable. You stupid cats. Also, completely on accident, but I am going to enjoy the fact that I made a red, white, and blue door system. Here's what I'm going to do. The one in the middle is not pet passable. Animals have to do the blue or the red, and dwarves always have a central door they can go through to ease with transportation. I surely do like ones in different directions. If I could find some way to make something only be pet passable, that'd be the best. Like only cats can go through that. Remove that one. Now that we have that path set up, we should, for safety reasons, block this one. We'll be expanding that later, but for now, we'll just do it that way. One, two, three. We're gonna have an issue on the bottom of this. We're gonna have a bit of an issue because I need that to be there. It's not much of an issue, so much as I just won't be able to have this be a constructed wall. It'll have to be a natural dirt wall, because otherwise all the water will flood in and we will drown. It could also just drain the river. There's that. Oh. You know what we forgot to do way back when? I forgot to reset up animal killing. Cats. Male adults. I will allow 2 male adults. Female adults, 5. Sure, why not? Male kids, 2. Female kids, 5. Whatever. Chickens, we will allow for now. Dogs, you have been exploderating. I will actually allow more male dogs. Just because we're going to use a bunch of them to kill people. Ducks. I want this entire row to be 0. I don't want ducks. Geese. 0. Guinea fowls. 0 if I can handle it. Rabbits. They're a very lean source of food in that if you eat nothing but rabbit, you will starve to death, but we'll allow it. Turkeys. Males, I want 3 of. 3 of that. We need to breed our turkeys up, unfortunately. Water buffalo for their water wallowing. Apparently, I can't shear you, so you can go away. Yaks. You can't shear a yak? I mean, I want to kill them, but like one of our dudes might have had a child with a yak, so I guess we'll just leave the yaks mostly alone. Males we'll set to 3. Male children we'll set to 3 as well. Females we will set to 7. There's a lot of animals that are about to get butchered. Don't people wear yak pelts? Why can't you shear a yak? You can't shear a yak. I swear people wear yaks. I've heard of like yak wool before, I think. No battle ducks? No, we have no need for the battle ducks. Oh, battle duck. Oh, battle the battle duck. Alright, so that war is off. Build construction wall. Rock salt block. Now that that is our way in and out, should be good. Winter is upon you.
Winter is at hand.
Winter is at hand.
Oh hail the mighty winter. Winter brings more science. Now we have science to do. Is it about me? I don't know. Oh no. Oh please.
Alright, let me think. Trying to think. We've done a bunch of construction. I might need to do a construction cleanse at some point. I don't think it's dragging us down too much. I haven't done that much construction. But we are a bit behind the curve, so at some point I will need to do that. Where are our frames per second trailing at if I just let it run? I mean, we're well above 60 at this point, so I don't see a reason I say as it takes a hit. I'm not that worried about the keeping track of the construction on our lag yet. Probably killing the animals will free up a bunch. Stop talking about my yak daughter. No, and that is just something on the roof, right? That is still there. Rock salt block floor. We're good there. We're good. We're fantastic. We have our ranch. We have our gyms. I hate the gyms. We have our guild. We have our guild up here. No, we have our farming area. And we have our 3 nobles areas. And then we have our guild down here. Our church down there. And we never used the top one yet. Mostly because I was constantly torn between what I needed to be doing for these. And then doubly so knowing that the entire dimensions of the triangles are wrong. If they're supposed to be split on the 1 or whatever, or it's going to be going down by 2, I think each of these will be 1 lower. So I was thinking that that is supposed to be here, but I'm now thinking that it's supposed to be there. And that's supposed to have the 2, and then this will be a 1 down there. Either way, like this triangle kind of half worked, but it could be better. But can always be better. I can't believe how much that one guild is training everyone for farming. Just like, look at that. That's ridiculous. Plant gathering. No one's legendary, but they're all sizable. Plant processing. Still sizable. Brewing. Somehow this leads to brewing skills. Cooking, it doesn't do. Milking, it does. Which is, I mean, that's good, I guess. Cheese making, doesn't do cheese making. It does do butchery and tanning, though. So this one guild is also our survivals guild. And of course, it does farming. That's really crazy. I wonder if there's a way to like purposely try to cause a guild. Like, could we create a guild towards... What is another skill that I like? A miner's guild? No, a hunter's guild? You mentioned something earlier, right? About things like that? Like an actual raw hunter's guild? Do I have another statue? Needs statue. Do I have a table? Needs table. Needs chair. What did I use to designate this as a guild? I don't even remember. It was off the chair. Give me one chair. Give me one table. Give me a chair and a table. I'll make do with that.
All the fish are gone.
All the fish are gone. Make sure you don't need my gems for something. I remember when you cut gems that you needed for easy life. What? Metal crafters? I have a ranger guild. This is true. You're right. Metal crafting. I might want to get those guys to get their freaking skills up without wasting a bunch on my freaking metal. So we need either a metal guild or a hunter's guild. Ranger guild, whatever it's called. How are we doing on drinks, by the way? Decent. Probably up the numbers and we'd be better, but that's neither here nor there. He's making bone crafts. I'm waiting for things to get made. Cat got slaughtered. Defense system is finished. Actually testing. I think it's finished. Yeah, we're good. Never know if there's like something I missed. And then the orders, high traffic area. Then restricted area there. Just to try to keep them out of the way of the stupid animals. If I can get the animals and like the regular dwarves to be on a separate line, we will be good. Best thing would have been to have the dwarves be on the far left. That would have given everyone plenty of room. The cats don't look like they pay attention to anything anyways. Needs plump helmet spawn. Shut up. No, we don't. You don't know me. What was I doing? Triangles. Table. Build table. Chair. What is taking so long? It says they built a chair. I mean, that's basically what I'm trying to do right now. They haven't asked for a guild. I'm trying to see if I can force a guild. Would be useful if I could force a guild. I wonder if their learning rate is affected by the quality of the guild. Because remember, our guild here is a grand guild hall. We need more worshipers for this temple to become, so we can get a high priest. But oh well. They wanted it, so I did it. All right, this one throne shall become the Guild Hall of the Ages. Assign location. Add location. Craft Guild Hall. Yeah, you can just order one. Probably should pick someone that already has workers, though. Like Miner has 4. Engraver has 1. If we can get more engravers, that'd be great. 2 on Rangers. So we might do Rangers. The other one was what? Metal? 6 in Metalsmith. Oh, 5 in Crafts Dwarf. Farmer had 33, go figure. There's a lot of that's over half my dwarves are in the Farmers Guild. All right, so yeah, we have metal. We have miner, metal, or hunter. Or no, hunter is different from ranger. What is the difference between a hunter and ranger? That's so weird. Metalsmith does have 6 though. I will build a metalsmith hall. The boulder of iron.
The boulder of iron.
Yes. How do I train a dwarf to make metal statues without wasting material? Copper thrones? What? What do you mean, how do I train a dwarf to make metal statues? Like, how do you get his skill up? I'm guessing the guild. Hey, what are you doing down here? Are you a member of the guild? You're a blacksmith, I'm assuming you are. Is there a way to click on this to see what guild you're in? That would be really good. How do you tell what guild they're in? What are you eating? A plump helmet. I bet you are. You sicken me. Preferences? Mention a guild here. Craterous Letters is my squad. Status says relationships, but not a guild. Customize doesn't mention a guild. There's gotta be a way. Units. Let us see. I'm gonna do a quick Google search. Dwarf Fortress. How to see what guild someone is in. This is guild, slowly training the name of the guild and so will reflect position in the guild. For example, the Guild of Oiling, a Metalsmith guild, the Guild Hall, and the Cave of Copper. Guild Hall is for some of the barracks center, providing skill training. Some Guild Hall requires 2,000 by default, and the Grand Guild to consider established. A guild with a guild hall was observed establishing connections with other guilds, but as of yet, an effective guild operation is accepted, but has not been built after 1 year. The agreement to establish a guild hall will be abandoned. When a guild is not established, it can still hold public skill demonstrations for idlers. Typically, a guild for general profession says furnishers will be founded first. If enough dwarf specific says furnace harbor, guild for that specific will be found as well as more general dwarf profession. Its own guild, more general will be members of both guilds. General following has been observed to exist. Guilds exist. List of guild halls you can select when adding a new location. Okay, that didn't tell me anything. Fantastic. 10 out of 10 would be lost and confused again. All right, so we built a metalsmith guild. It's not the greatest because I haven't put anything in it and it's worth garbage. And we don't even have an established guild here. If guild established. So I will say citizens only. So citizens can come here and this might bring them into the guild. But I need to build its worth. Why did you let your artifact get stolen? What did I tell you about that? Never, never let your artifact get stolen. I specifically said that one time that I'm definitely not just now making up. You were supposed to hold on to it. I'm not gonna be held responsible. This is on you. You're gonna have to live up to your failings. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. All right, let's do 3 tables. Out of marble. And then 3 chairs. Out of marble. And 2 more tables and chairs out of marble. We'll do 5 of each. Remember the holy yak daughter. Long may her name be bleated in the history of yakdom. The holy yak daughter shall reign supreme. All right. So if this is what I'm saying is the new system, then that needs to go all the way across. So that's going to be internal. This is a 2. This is a 1. And this is already just kind of synced up correctly. This is a 2. Like, I didn't do much other than I have a 2 here. Wait. The hell have I done? This is wrong. I've done something wrong. This is where the 2 is from here down. So that's a 2. That is there. What am I doing wrong? This looks dumb to me. $36, $42, $43, $67. I don't even know what the fuck I was counting. All right, new idea. This is where that wall is, and the corner should be 1 from that. So yeah, this just isn't even far enough. That's my issue. So that went 2. That's the gap right there. So that's what I'm supposed to be digging towards. Then it's 2. Then it's 1. Then it's 2. This is a 2 here off of the 2. Yep. And then it's that corner. And then that's the 2. Okay. I've ordered to get built. I'm assuming nothing negative can possibly happen. Okay, just learned the limit of the party in PMD. What is PMD? PMD. Pre-military directory. Is PMD pre-military directory? Is this word that I've clearly just made up? Is that the word we were talking about? PMD. Private military distractors. Professional mystery dungeon. I was close. I clearly understood exactly what you were talking about. Don't let anyone say otherwise, because if they do, they're of course liars. And I knew exactly what was going on the whole time. So now what are you guys doing? Oh, yeah, they're already doing it. They're doing furnace operations, demonstrations. They're watching it and he's leading it. Kick ass. How many guilds were there? So not in this base, but in the future base. Like if we end up with like another circle slash whatever base, we'll probably have to have like a room. We'll have to have like guild clusters. We'll have to have a guild, like legit a guild for every single possible guild. I don't think like I could do that on this base, but I want that to be like either the next base or the base after that. To be this weird decentralized guild clustering that looks like a weird bee's nest. Yeah, I saw that coming. A weird bee's nest of guilds.
I have a wondrous invention idea.
Oh, goody. A Fey Mood by the Hauler. Logum Dartycraft. Where is he? Logum. Logum, you mad man. Where did you go? What have you gone crazy for? Could it perhaps be metalsmithing? Were you inspired by learning about metal? So now you wish to do something great, fantastic with... Oh, you claim to do leatherworks. Good. I was worried you'd do something great. What are you waiting on? You grab cat leather. Yarn cloth again, he's dead. He's a dead man. I don't know why they keep going crazy for this yarn cloth. We clearly don't have any. Every time one of them goes crazy for get leather, it's got to be yarn cloth. All right. Have a good evening, CJ. Thank you so much for your fantastic gifts. Have a good night and a great weekend. And then separately, for you, YouTube, don't think I forgot about you. I'm on to you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll catch you guys next time.